6:22 on this Tuesday, the tragic shooting in El Paso, Texas and Dayton, Ohio this weekend has everyone asking one question. How could this have been prevented?
Yeah, so Shelly Palmer is here with a look at some of the technology that could identify violent people before anything happens. We heard President Trump talk about, and it's true, the internet is a very dark and twisted place.
Yeah.
and we know that several of these shooters have been on some of these websites, like 8chan, I believe, is one of them.
So let's get a little bit technical.
Okay.
I know you guys don't like to do it, but let's. So there's a thing called predictive analytics, and it is used to put the right ad in front of the right person at the right place at the right time. You've been to a website,
right,
and then ads follow you. You also know you think your devices are listening to you because you're not doing anything except talking to your friends about a pair of shoes, and then magically, even though you've never searched for it, those ads start to show up, and you say, oh, there's surveillance happening, someone's watching me. No one's watching you. You exhibit behaviors online. You click on stuff, you scroll through stuff, you talk to certain people in a social circle, and that puts you in what's known as a classification from a predictive standpoint.
Okay.
And people who are in that class are likely to like those designer shoes. And so they put the ad in front of you thinking you're in that class.
But who is they?
They are a bunch of algorithms that you might call artificial intelligence or machine learning that predict that you will be in a group of people that like to do this. So you can use the exact same technology to go, you are in a group of people who are likely to be violent. Here's the part that no one understands.
It's not monitored?
No. It is monitored. And you definitely know that this is a group of people who may do something bad.
Right.
I can predict what that population might do. Like they might buy shoes, they might buy handbags, they might go to a store, eat restaurant, or they might do something bad, but I cannot predict which individual will do it. So, to put this very simply, I know that 20,000 cases of beer are going to be sold in a given marketplace because that's how many cases of beer get sold there every single day, right? They go to supermarkets, they go to bodegas, they go to restaurants.
Right.
I do not know who drank them. I know that they will be consumed by a whole bunch of consumers, but I don't know the individual.
But doesn't everybody have a footprint online?
You do, but you don't, because even though I have you're predictively, it's possible that you'd be the one who do it, very likely, in fact. You could in the morning say, I'm having Chinese food tonight no matter what. I'm going because it's the best restaurant. And a friend calls you 4 o'clock and says, hey, we're all going out for India tonight, let's go. You've been socially engineered out of that, so you can't predict what you will do. I can only predict what you're likely to do.
But we have a watch list when it comes to terrorism, right?
Totally different.
How is that different? It sounds like this is the same thing as a watch list.
Because those are known terrorists who've done known things, and those people can be monitored, and if you can go to a court of competent jurisdiction and get a warrant to monitor them, it's legal to do that.
Wait, so you're saying that the FBI and local officials can't sit in these chat rooms or get this artificial intelligence because the law prohibits them from doing it?
No, they can go, legally they can do it. The problem is the size. You cannot predict the individual. You can predict the person. If you put them in a group, said known criminals, really tight little group, sure. Or soon to be criminals, sure. You could sort people out, but who would be in charge of making that distinction?
Well, yeah.
What can law enforcement do then?
Law enforcement can watch carefully like they do right now, and they can use predictive groups. The question is, as a society in America, with the Fourth Amendment being what it is, how are you going to go and classify these people as, well, they do bad stuff, maybe they're going to become active shooters. There's a fine line between you might become an active shooter based on the data and actually stopping someone and saying you can't do this.
But you can,
it seems like there's a profile in some weird way.
Yeah, law enforcement, because a lot of people make videos, they do hateful comments.
That's easy.
Okay.
That's the easy part.
Right.
We're talking about predicting whether someone's an actual shooting. It's easy to put people in a class of people saying you are, because it's easy. They actually are on 4chan and 8chan. It's super easy to find the group.
Yeah.
But to predict the person on the day,
who's going to actually pull that trigger?
That's really tough, folks.
Who's actually going to buy the weaponry? Who's going to actually go in there? I mean, that is the human condition, isn't that? And that is hard to predict.
Human beings are hard to predict.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have to say that we're, again, hearts out to the people who are victims, but technology isn't the answer. People are.
Yeah, people are the answer, but I think it's just there's too many elements to it. You know what I mean? It's not just one thing. It seems like it's everything.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Seems like it's everything. All right, Shelly, thank you for shedding some light on it.